I could just vlog my week, but that's never likely to happen, which is why it is Monday. I'm wearing the same jumper to work, and I am just going to give you another wool gathering video simply for the fact that I have had a few experiences whilst driving in the last few days that I wished to share with you. Firstly, we will start with Saturday, going home on Saturday. I'll just have to say this because I'm superstitious. Morning, Mr. Magpie. So going home on Saturday, I got stuck in a really long queue of traffic due to the fact that there was a little red car, I believe it was a Toyota Aygo, that decided to go 10 miles under the speed limit all the way from Poynton to Macclesfield. Anyway, we got to the dual carriageway. Naturally, I'm going extremely slowly. I will just also say that I believe that one of the reasons this driver might have been going slowly is due to the weather conditions. There was a lot of rain on Saturday, although it was not raining at the time that we were driving. However, that little bit of information gives you a little bit of a suggestion as to how my story goes. So I'm in second gear. I'm going about 13-14 miles an hour, and I enter the roundabout. And as I'm turning off the roundabout, my car decides, no, we're not doing that, and jolts me towards the other side of the road so that I'm heading straight towards another car that was just about to enter the roundabout, but luckily saw my car decide to spin and do something it wasn't supposed to. My brother and sister called it drifting. I don't know. I'm not that into the Fast and the Furious. Anyway, I managed to get a handle on my car and turn it towards Titherington. When I was going around a bend and it decided to do it again, and I thought my car had royally messed up and was extremely terrified and thinking, do you know what, you're going to have to stop your car and ring your father. Yep. Because that's what adults do in these sorts of situations. They ring their fathers. Instead, I just went extremely slow. I mean, miserly slow. I mean, these were some drastic gymnastic baggy Y fronts loose elastic type decisions I was making. So instead I just went home, and then I couldn't park my car on my street because it was full, so I ended up parking right down the road where I've spent the last day and a half completely terrified that something bad was going to happen to my vehicle as I could not see it. Then let's move on to yesterday, Sunday. I intended to read all day, but my brother arrived with my nephew. I don't get to see my nephew much anymore, but he has caught on to the fact that I have some of my old toys in my bedroom, and thus he chose to play with them from 8 o'clock in the morning until he left at 3 o'clock. Well, it was 2 o'clock, sorry, but yes. There was a lot of Power Rangers and woodland animals, and it was a fun time. A fun time was had by all. I mean, I hadn't realised that Megazords could fart, but apparently it really pleases a 4-year-old. He also told me, as he's recently started school, he's made a friend, and he's made friends with his teacher, which is always good, because I have worries about that child, because, you know, sometimes you get sweet little darling angels, and other times you get demons. Demons sent straight from the very depths of hell to torment you as only imps possibly could. Then he left. I actually made a roast dinner yesterday. Roast beef, mashed potatoes, cabbage, butternut squash. Well, it's not butternut squash, it's some type of squash. You know, carrots and, yeah, roast potato. I was feeling pretty proud of myself for making it. Obviously, I'm a vegetarian, so I didn't eat that. I had some fake steak, but still, you know, fun time again. And I actually finished The Lies of Loch Lamora. Finally. I'm going to talk about that in another video, but I finally finished that book. It's been out since 2006, and I only just finished it. Anyway, back to the drive to work today. I drove to work today, and I had to reverse my car into my road first, because I come a different way. There's no way I'm going on all these little back streets. I know you can do, but I wasn't doing it. I wish I'd gone on the little back streets, because I watched these cars going past me and knew they'd all be going towards the road that I come on to get to Poynton, but I didn't think anything of it. I thought, we'll be fine. And I got stuck behind 3 cars straight away on the one-way system. And so those cars are pulling out, and then I get stuck behind one. And this car misses a lot of opportunities to pull out into the road. He's going right, I'm going left. And then a white van ended up behind me. And I still, I've said before, I'm a granddad when I'm driving. This morning I was being a bit more careful and cautious because of what had happened on Saturday. But the white van man wasn't having any of it, and he beeped his horn. However, the person in the first car thought it was me and stuck his finger up at me. And now I just hope that the fleas of 1,000 camels are infesting his arsehole. But it did make him move. I turned left, and then I got stuck in more traffic. And more traffic, and more traffic. Until I eventually got to work, completely annoyed with all the traffic, saw a school bus at one point, and decided that yes, this is all the fault of the school children. Actually, I'd say it's the fault of the parents. In fact, then I'd have to say that it's actually the fault of the government that think it's a good idea to have everybody going to work at the same time as they're sending children to school. Surely that just means nobody can win ever. I mean, why not send the children to school at 6 o'clock in the morning? Have them there from 6 until 6. Let all the workers get home first, and then it'll be fine. It would not be fine. Because, as we know, I did not notice the kids were at school at all this summer, because not just roadworks, but because so many people are going into Manchester, and I go on the road to Manchester, so I see all of the bloody traffic anyway. It's always there. There is never any traffic. They're about to build 400 more bloody homes in Macclesfield, and I have absolutely no idea why, because the roads are always full as it is. It's going to be a constant gridlock. I can just envisage it now, and I question why I ever bothered learning to drive, considering I'm never going to be able to drive. I'm just going to learn to flaming move in a stationary manner. Anyway, that's it for now. My hair is doing things that I just don't understand, and I am about to be in charge for a day because the person I work with is currently in Portugal, and so I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work out. Anyway, if you would like to discuss anything I mentioned in this video today, I imagine you wouldn't, for it's not why I post these videos. I post these videos rather than seeking out professional help. Please feel free to ask, discuss anything in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.